Welcome, everyone, to Mr. and Mrs. Opinion Show. I'm Mr. Opinion, and next to me is the famous Mrs. Opinion.
Morning, everybody.
And today's talk is going to be about very important stuff about men's and women's health. We're going to pinpoint some subjects that are very important and everybody should be aware of.
So yeah, here we are doing our walk and talk. We want to put some information out there, and remember, this is just our opinion on things that we kind of care about, close to our hearts. And I'm sure every person has experienced diseases, syndromes, and even death close to them.
Or they know somebody that has, either way.
Yeah, it's just kind of like what I said. They
Yeah.
know somebody close to them. But anyway, so yeah, women are probably known for having a lot of pain and suffer with certain diseases. And we know our bodies, we know what it's going through. We go through, menstrual cycles, we go through perimenopause, and we go through menopause. And a lot of that has to do with our hormones, the way they change throughout our lives. And they cause a lot of changes in our body. And as we get older, sometimes we get pain, autoimmune diseases like lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and we get overlooked. There's a thing called a gender gap, that women get overlooked more than men, and we get dismissed because we have pain, chronic pain. But it all has to do with our hormones. Our hormones are the ones that cause these problems in our bodies. So it's very important for us as women to advocate for ourselves and look for physicians and healthcare providers to, help us through this journey that we have to go through as women. And for men,
Yeah, I get it. As far as men, we're hard-headed, a lot more hard-headed than women, in my opinion, anyways. We just shrug off pain. We shrug off thoughts of, not feeling good. Don't go to the doctor as many times as we should, and that's not the right path at all. And I understand, and I get it with women's health. For those of you men out there, for your wives, girlfriends, sisters, any kind of relative, please support them, because they do have to go to the doctor a lot more times normally than any man does, and they have to be aware of certain things, and they have to do a lot of testing. Just please take some time out and support them. And as far as men's health, one of the big things is heart disease. It's the number one killer for anything else as far as problems with the body in men. Heart disease is the number one killer in America. And at any time, it's like every minute, I don't know how many men die from heart attacks. They could be overall healthy, and they just drop of a heart attack.
So yeah, there's a lot of stresses that men go through that they don't know how to express like women do. Men always say that we're very emotional. Well, yeah, we are very emotional because we have crazy hormones. And so we express ourselves either by crying, sleeping, pain, And men, they hold it differently, as
Yeah.
if they don't have any of this heartbreak or stress. They do it, they have different outlets. Sometimes people drink, sometimes people eat, some people will exercise. So, they don't don't really listen to their bodies when
Exactly.
it's telling them like, hey, you need to go see a doctor.
Yeah.
So you guys need to know your symptoms as far as for heart attacks, and just like women, because women's heart attacks are different than men's.
Yeah.
So you really need to learn what the signs are so that you can get help. Get yourself to a doctor, get yourself to the emergency room, and take care of it before something really bad happens.
Yeah, and for men, you're right. I agree with you. We're, just
Hard-headed.
just quit pretending that nothing's going on. If you feel something's wrong with your body, if you sense something's wrong with your body, get on the phone, get online, make an appointment with your doctor. Not next week, not next month, or I'll think about it. Do it now, because that stuff's important, very important. Because you might get to something that's going on, and find out what it is, be able to fix it before it gets a bigger issue. And that happens all the time. Morning.
Morning.
That happens all the time, where we shrug stuff off, and before you know it, by the time you do go to a doctor, it's too late. Don't let that be you. And
So for women, we go to the doctor quite often, like I expressed about, pain and hormones. As we get older, we stop losing estrogen and progesterone. So we really need to focus on other types of hormones to help us with being fatigued, testosterone. And for some women who've experienced breast cancer, which 1 in 8 women get breast cancer, because it's one of the leading cancers for women, to not take estrogen. So the other option would be to possibly see if your doctor is okay with you taking testosterone. It can help with your libido. It can help with fatigue, give you some energy. So those are some of the hormones that you can take to help with some of those symptoms, especially if you're going through perimenopause and menopause. But one of the most leading cancers for men and women is lung cancer. And you don't even have to smoke. And that is one of the leading mortalities of women is lung cancer.
that's kind of crazy. You don't even have to smoke. Even if you're not a smoker, it still hits a lot of people. That's pretty sad in itself.
Yeah. So, get yourself checked, especially for breast cancer. Early detection.
Yeah.
It's not always genetic. Sometimes it's environmental. And you can always get checked by your physician and to have the gene test, DNA test done to see if you're susceptible to any types of cancers that your family might have.
Right.
So, early detection.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
You need to examine yourself. You need to learn how to touch your body. You need to be in tune with your body so that you get it checked out early, so that so you don't have to go through a lot of drugs and chemo and radiation. Morning.
Morning. Another one for men's health is Parkinson's disease. And it's one of those things that's very scary. A lot of us walk into a room and say, what was I doing again? I do that all the time. Where did I put my keys? Or one of my famous ones is, where did I put my wallet? My phone? You know, those are little things. And it happens all the time, so I'm not saying get paranoid with that type of stuff, but if you start feeling like your balance is off or some sort of body stiffness and stuff like that, or shaking, tremors, make sure, again, I can't repeat this enough, make sure you get a hold of your doctor. Get in there. Testing. Check yourself out, because Parkinson's, sadly, a lot of men deal with it, and there's nothing good about it. It just slowly but surely destroys your body. And if you can get it detected early on, you might be able to, like get some treatment that will keep you normal longer and not deal with it as early as you would, because it's a terrible thing, it's a sad thing, and there's nothing good about it. But I just want to give some warning out there. If you feel any kind of symptoms like that, go to your doctor. I know that, again, men, we're hard-headed. I'm hard-headed myself, but I'm getting better and better at just saying, you know what, I got to deal with this.
So when you start feeling something different in your body, you start either forgetting things, dropping things, balance, not feeling good, depressed, erratic, any type of different symptoms that you might have, chest pain, nausea, something out of the ordinary, and then it lasts for longer than what it normally should, you need to go check medical advice.
Yep.
Get some medical advice, get yourself checked, do blood work that's needed to see where your pH balance is, your hormones, all kinds of different things that they can test for to see if you might have a trace of something, so that you can get started on things to help you stay sustainable in life for longer periods of time. And don't Google search, because if you Google search, everybody has everything. So the best thing is to go to your doctor. Don't Google, okay?
Because then you're going to start getting paranoid, and you're going to worry about every little thing that you're reading, and that's only going to bring on more problems, probably mental problems. And if you have problems already, that's just going to stack on to your other problems.
And support your partner,
That's
whatever
right.
it is they're going through. You became partners in sickness and in health.
Yeah.
So stick by them,
Yeah.
because you never know. It might be your turn.
That's right.
You know, it might be one partner's turn 1 year, and 2 years later might be that other person's time that they need help. And don't be afraid to tell your family. Don't be afraid to tell them, because you all need to talk so that everybody can be a support team for you. So on that note,
there's a few more things to talk about. As far as men, you were talking about talking to people and talking to your friends and family, let them know what's going on. You need a support team. You know, as men, we think, oh, I can handle it. I can do it. I don't need to tell anybody. This is my business. Yes, it's true. I agree with that. It's your business. It's your privacy. But the more support you have, the better off you'll be. I'm telling you, support from friends and family does wonders. Don't you agree with that?
yeah, I think everybody needs that support. no matter what it is. It can be an illness, it can be an injury, it could be unemployment, whatever it can be, a support. Be there for that person.
And here's one more thing about men's health that's not physically, or you might not feel it physically, but what I'm talking about is depression. And that's a big one.
And there's another big one that you didn't talk about, which all men have to deal with, and that's prostate cancer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Men don't like to go to the doctor for the prostate cancer, but you have to. There's so many symptoms that can prevent you from living a healthy life without a healthy prostate.
Yeah, and with that, it's just testing. It's all about testing, early detection. The earlier, the better. And that was on my list. Of course, I read a lot for this video last night. And thank you for bringing that up. Prostate cancer. All you men out there, be aware. Test. Make sure you test. And getting back to my subject of depression, if you feel yourself down and out, make a phone call. Make a phone call to a friend or a family member. Start talking about it. Get it out there. Talking helps a lot. More than a lot. And I know there's a lot of things going on that could bring you down right now. Job losses and the economy and who knows what else. There's so many things. But if you, like I said, as a man, don't shrug it off. If you feel down, if you feel sad, that's a normal thing. It's okay. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some sad days. But don't let it bring you down for long term. Get some help. Get to a professional. Get some help. Talk about it.
And there are support groups for both genders, men and women, to help you go through chronic pain, to go through like cancer, to pretty much go through anything. So look up your support groups for what you're going through. That way you can talk to people that are going through the similar things that you are, and with family and friends. That will help you through your journey.
And I know that this is one of those videos I just talked about it. It's kind of depressing, it's kind of sad, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Because we know there's a lot of people out there that want to talk to somebody, but they might be scared. They might think that they don't want nobody to know, whatever the reason. This is something that we just have to talk about. It's very, very important.
Okay, so this ends our journey here. This is our opinion on information about health, women's health and men's health.
That's right.
We are here on this earth for a limited time, and every day is a blessing. So take advantage of that. Don't disregard anything. So on that note,
neither one of us are doctors. So remember how I always say, time waits for no one. Dream it, live it.
bye. Into the